Hey everybody, this is Final Film Productions back with another movie-related video. Today I talk about the casting of Tom Holland as Nathan Drake in the new Uncharted movie that's coming out next year, or that's the plan at least. They've released a picture from the shoot. It looks like a posed shot, like something that's a promotional shot. Um, I mean, what do you say about it really? The clothing and stuff, the setting around him looks good, but again, he's just too young. I don't like it. I don't think I'm ever gonna like it. This isn't new news. This people have known for quite a long time that Tom Holland was going to be Nathan Drake in the Uncharted movies. I believe the last time I checked, could be wrong, that Mark Wahlberg is going to be playing Sully. I'll just get straight to the point. This news has been out for quite a while, and I've been hoping beyond hope that they were going to recast it, that the movie would fall through and they would have to start again, and hopefully somebody would have seen sense in that Tom Holland is not suited for this role. I think he's suited for a young Nathan Drake, which is what they're going for. But that's the problem. That's what people keep saying to people when they say, "Oh, he's too young for the role." Well, they say, "Oh, this is a young Nathan Drake." But why? Why is the first movie in the Uncharted franchise based on a young Nathan Drake? That's like making a Max Payne movie and having it based on a teenage Max Payne. It doesn't make sense. I know in the Uncharted games that there is small periods of the games where you play as the young Nathan Drake, but it's really not the part of games that anybody remembers or really cares about. It's just a small part in flashbacks and small little gameplay scenes. I have no idea. Well, actually, I have a very good idea why they're casting Tom Holland, but I have no idea why, if they want to make a good movie that the most fans are interested in seeing. Fans of the games want to see that character as he is in his older state. Is he 30, early 30, mid 30s? You know, even in 10 years' time, Tom Holland isn't really a suitable actor at any stage because he's kind of scrawny, people are going to complain and say that he's buffed up in certain roles and he's buffed up for this. But he just doesn't have the physique that people would look for in Nathan Drake. He is too young. There's no way getting around it. If they're going to be using him, and they are definitely hoping to have sequels to this, they're going to be keeping with Tom Holland. If their intention was to make a first movie which was a prequel and would be based around Nathan Drake as a kid, fair enough, and then they intended in the sequels to cast somebody more appropriate for an older Nathan Drake. But you know for a fact that this is a big hit. You don't recast the main character, who is a known actor, in a sequel. They're just not going to do that because they'll stick with Tom Holland, and Tom Holland will, if this is a big hit, will be the Nathan Drake for the movie franchise. And I just think I just do not like it in any shape or form. I have to confess, I didn't like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I find him quite irritating. He's kind of got that kind of whiny voice. He sort of thinks he's more charming and funny and interesting than he really is. I'm not a fan. But if you park all that stuff about my personal opinion, or not, it's not really personal, but my preferences or my opinion on him as an actor, just from a superficial and sort of visual standpoint, I don't think he suits the role. People will say that you haven't seen any footage, you haven't seen any trailers. How can you know? You just know. If you know an actor well enough, if you know the character of Nathan Drake well enough, you just know it's not going to work. And it's, even if they do deliver and make an interesting movie, it's still going to be a missed opportunity. And it's kind of like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, they're changing things that from the games that they really shouldn't be changing. We all know that you can't keep everything the exact same. You got to change up little things here and there. But if if the key parts of the game, the key parts that people liked about the game are being swapped out and altered and messed around with, like the casting of Nathan Drake was the core part of this, the first thing they had to get right, and that's the first thing they got wrong. Casting Mark Wahlberg as Sully is just another. There's just no thought process. There's no care put into those casting decisions. I mean, Mark Wahlberg, even if you like him, and I don't personally have a huge problem with Mark Wahlberg, but he plays the same role in every movie. The character of Sully is just such a specific and kind of iconic role that, of course, you're not going to get the exact same voice. You mightn't get somebody that looks the exact same as that character in the game. But by God, you could get somebody that's a lot closer than what Mark Wahlberg's going to give you. Mark Wahlberg, he's going to give the same performance. Tom Holland, I would imagine, has a little bit more range, but he's going to give that sort of, maybe not kind of as maybe irksome as Peter Parker is, but he's going to give a similar kind of smart alecky performance in this. And I mean, Nathan Drake is a kind of smart alecky, kind of cocky pain in the ass at times, but someone like Nathan Fillion, which most people wanted for a long time. Hollywood's not going to cast him because he's not a big movie star name, or they probably think he's too old. Nathan Fillion still could pull it off. People would be really behind it because people like Nathan Fillion. I've seen other actors been banded around, like Jensen Ackles from Supernatural. I like that. He's a good actor. He's likable. He's got the physique. The age is a lot closer, maybe a little bit older. He'll be perfect. He's got a good fan base behind him that like him, if that's what they're going for. And he deserves a big starring role because I feel like he should be in more stuff. Other mentions were Scott Eastwood. Visually, Scott Eastwood looks like the part, but not sure he has the personality maybe that you need for Nathan Drake. I mean, there's two things that come with it. It's the visuals. It's does he fit? Does he look like the character? And then there's does the actor have the personality and range to get that character right? So I don't think Eastwood would be good for that. He's a bit of a kind of he's more of a straight man. I don't think he has the sense of humor to do Nathan Drake right. Just looking through a list of other names thrown up, like Ben Barnes, who played Jigsaw and Punisher. I think he could possibly fit it. Maybe needs to buff up a little bit more. I don't think he was necessarily. I know Nathan Drake's not a big muscle head, but there is a little bit of physique about him. I do like the idea of Charlie Cox, who played Daredevil on the Netflix show. I think he looks the part. He's got a good personality. I think would definitely have the range to get across that role. He definitely has the physique. He's buffed up quite a bit for Daredevil. That's the sort of actor that you want for that role. Someone who looks the part, someone who's a good actor, someone that you know straight away is just going to get it as long as the script's good. And at this point, we don't know if the script's going to be good. The script could be complete trash, and that'll just put the cherry on top of this being a really, really bad movie or game to movie adaptation. I just think the casting of Tom Holland, the casting of Mark Wahlberg, it's just lazy. It's like the casting of Mark Wahlberg is Max Payne. No thought was put into that at all. It was just like, let's pick a big actor who is well known and let's throw him into this. And it would make you think what the rest of the movie is going to be like. We've had some good game-related movies in recent years. I really liked the Tomb Raider movie with Alicia Vikander. That was good. Alicia Vikander mightn't have been the first name that would have came to your head when you thought of Lara Croft, but when you seen her in the trailers, you knew straight away. And if you see any of her acting, it was clear that she had the personality and she has the acting abilities to pull off a Lara Croft. Tom Holland, I just don't think has that. I think it's a really, really, really bad idea. I mean, Holland fans are clearly excited, and that's understandable. But I mean, I'm a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, but he wouldn't be a good fit. Even a 40-something Arnold Schwarzenegger wouldn't be a good fit for Nathan Drake. So just because you're a big fan of Tom Holland doesn't get away from the fact that he isn't a good fit for this character. And that's maybe just my opinion, but I think a lot of people share it, and there's been a lot of negativity. And coming into this, such a big movie franchise, or such a big game franchise, Uncharted, the fact that they couldn't get this part even some way right with somebody that wasn't going to be controversial from the very start, because the first time they mentioned Tom Holland, it was just the response was not good from a large portion of people commenting. I mean, I have been wrong before. I wasn't a big fan of Heath Ledger becoming Joker, got that wrong. I think this here will prove. I don't think I'm going to be proved wrong in this one. It's just, to me, it smacks of Sony getting in Tom Holland because he was a big hit with Spider-Man, and Sony, Tom Rothman, I think, had a big part to do with this. Sony has a track record of not making great decisions, and this is, to me, is a really bad one. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you think this is a really bad decision, or do you think that Tom Holland will prove people wrong, and do you think that he could make a good Nathan Drake? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for watching.